dirigida a Sandra. Ya empezó. ¿Habíamos quedado en algo para hoy?
Uh, Teacher, what I understood is that today we were going to talk a little bit about collectibles, like what we like to collect.
Hobbies. The topic was
Hobbies. Oh, the hobbies. Okay.
yes. I mentioned collectibles because it's one of the most popular hobbies. Very good. Bueno, antes de eso, ¿alguien tiene alguna pregunta? ¿Todo bien? Veo algunas caras nuevas. Afortunadamente, algunas de esas caras tienen la cámara prendida. Eso es algo que agradezco mucho. Bien, bueno, para los nuevos, si es su primera clase o así, recuerden, si tienen cualquier duda, me pueden interrumpir en cualquier momento. De lo que sea, ¿no? Vocabulario, de gramática, lo que sea. Si algo que digo no se entiende, adelante, ¿va? Very good. Well, today's topic is going to be collectibles. Well, not collectibles, sorry, hobbies. We're going to talk about hobbies. It's quite an interesting topic in terms that when I was younger, I thought that hobbies were lame. But now I think that it's a very good way to pass time and to put your attention in something else besides work. Anyone wants to go first? Talk a little bit about their hobbies or something like that. Doesn't have to be specifically hobbies, but you know, I don't want to point any names yet. But you know, the two of you know that you're going to be my victims eventually. So, Alejandro, yes.
Hi everybody. I just logged in. I didn't understand the question.
Yes, last class we were talking about cartoons. You remember, and I told you that a good topic to continue with this idea was going to be to talk about hobbies, the hobbies you have. So that's like the basic thing. There's not like a question; it's just an open idea for you to talk. So, do you want to start, Alejandro? Do you have any hobbies?
Oh, okay. Yes. I like to paint and draw. I find that really entertaining. I enjoy like trying to paint an object that's right in front of me the most realistically possible. Also, I like to
What?
play video games. Yes.
Sorry, I lost you in the last part. You also like what? Sorry.
I enjoy playing video games.
Yes, I remember that you told us that a couple classes ago. What's your favorite video game? Well, suppose you have several, but what
Um,
one?
I don't know. One of them, maybe like the GTA franchise. I enjoy them all. Since Vice City, that was the first one I played, and I got hooked up since that.
I have only played the fifth. It's pretty good, but after a while, I grew tired of all the missions, secondary missions that you can do. I really enjoy video
Oh
games, but
yes.
my favorite video game has to be, I don't know if it's Call of Duty or maybe Ghost of Tsushima. If you have PlayStation, probably you know that, but it's exclusive for PlayStation. It's my favorite game. I could play that a long time, and I finished that 3 times already. So I need something new to play.
Yes, I have Xbox, so I haven't played that one, but I have seen video games like in YouTube, and it seems really good. The graphics.
Yeah, and it's if you like Japan, you're going to be hooked immediately. But the only video game, to be honest, that I miss because I used to have Xbox a couple years ago, well, more than a couple years. Gears of War was my absolute favorite from Xbox. I really enjoyed that game.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
violent.
mean,
I like it.
really, really good.
Yeah, I miss
Like
that one.
huge monsters. Yes,
Yeah, the first three games I remember spending a lot of time
that's
playing.
a good one.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. So Alejandro likes to paint and video games. That's his hobbies. Very good. Anyone else? A ver, por ahí vi un micrófono abierto. Creo que era Nui. God of War is excellent, Victor. I love that game. It's also one of my favorites. Agréguenos para mandar buenos stickers. Es lo mejor de los grupos, definitivamente. Noé, yes.
Hi, teacher. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Well, my hobby, it could be, I don't have a hobby, a specific hobby, but I enjoy watching series, watching movies, and I like working out. It's more than custom, that hobby. I don't know. I don't know the difference between that words, the meaning. But yeah, I like watching series, science fiction series, action series, and I start watching anime uh, with the Demon Slayer. I love that anime. Oh, it's very good, and yeah, I'm waiting for the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, the wait has been too long for a new season. I think there's not going to be a new season. There are going to be a couple movies to finish the story. But yes, it's one of my favorites too. Now that you mentioned that one of your hobbies is watching series, I think that it's quite interesting because um, it could be like, okay, I enjoy watching movies, but saying that this is my hobby, it's possible like in the latest years. You know, it's like in the past we consider hobbies like painting or modeling or photography, for example, things like that. But now watching series, I think that it could be considered a hobby. Now, bueno, esto te lo explico en español. Cuando hablas que te gusta, dijiste, I like working out, te gusta ir al gimnasio o hacer ejercicio de ese tipo. Estuvo bien como lo dijiste con custom. Ahora, yo cambiaría custom por habit, por hábito, ¿sí? Porque cuando dices custom, sí es costumbre, pero se refiere más como una cosa cultural. Por ejemplo, en Finlandia es costumbre quitarse los zapatos antes de entrar a una casa. That's custom. Habit es algo que haces con frecuencia y que ya te creaste, como en español, un hábito. ¿Va? Está bien, sí se entiende, pero tiene como esa pequeña diferencia.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good, excellent. Now, one question. Let me think about one question that I could do. Yes, I'm quite interested in this. Why do you like Demon Slayer? And be careful, because that's one of my favorite animes.
Well, my sister told me about it. And well, the animation, the definition, the high definition, and the history is like I like that thing, science fiction, and fantasy and that, but the Demon Slayer are made good. Well, I like the I don't know how to say my my emotion about that. Yeah, I like.
I find it too like quite difficult to express because it has a lot of things going on. I think that the characters are quite likable. It's pretty easy for you to connect with the main characters, and then the story is very good. And in my opinion, or in my case at least, one thing that I completely enjoy is this idea about swords. I love swords. I love katanas. I practice kendo and iaido for a couple of years, and I love that. So this idea of hunting demons with a sword is something that I would like to as a job, but it's not gonna happen in this life at least. Very good, Noe. Excellent. Thank you, Sandra. Yes.
Hi, teacher. I don't want to say nothing yet. What I want to say is that Nuri and Dennis escribieron algo de
Mm,
que son nuevas y que les da miedo hablar, y lo que yo les quisiera decir es que no les dé pena, que aquí estamos para aprender, que la idea es que en su nivel traten de decir algo, porque así es de la manera como aprendemos, arriesgándonos un poquito.
exactamente. Ya, siempre les digo esto en todas las clases. Yo quiero que todos participen. Hay algunos que todavía no se animan, dice que están empezando. Y sí, hay varios compañeros que ya son fluidos a la hora de hablar en inglés. Pero recuerden que todos empezamos con una frase, no es algo que hagas de 0 a 100. Entonces no se preocupen. Este, poco a poco, por eso trato de hacer temas como...
¿Agarraste el moquito? El mosquito. Sorry.
No, sí, yo tengo un pacto de respeto hacia todos los animales de la creación, pero definitivamente los mosquitos no hay amnistía con ellos. Sí, lo intenté agarrar, pero se me escapó.
Solo estaba teasing you, teacher, sorry.
No te preocupes. Muy bien, pero sí, anímense a hablar. Van a ver.
Nuri, habla, Denis, aquí esperamos para que hable.
Sí, sí, sí. Recuerden, nadie los va a juzgar. Si hay algo que corregir o así, con toda confianza, no se preocupen. Bien, ¿quién sigue? ¿Quién sigue? Luz, adelante.
Hello everybody. Well, I have a habit. I think that all my life I change for different habits because I like to prove new things. But one habit that I have a lot in my life, and I maybe it's a traditional habit for me, and it's a habit, is to do sport. I like to do sport. I run. I do spinning. Uh, I don't know. I do some exercise with weights, and I like to swimming. So I think that my favorite hobby is to do sport, and I am doing other hobby right now. It's like a traditional hobby for my family. It's because I like to do it, and I like to swimming. I don't know is the correct pronunciation
Suing.
of swimming. Yeah,
No,
and the
suing.
other is what?
Coser, ¿no?
Yeah, that's right.
Suing.
Sewing. And the other one is that I like is embroidery, borda, embroidery. So I like prove it right now. That's to have it right now, and I like too much.
Those last two, sewing and embroidering, is I always find those quite interesting, but I'm not that good for manual activities like these kind of things. The most I can do is like sew my socks when they are
Yeah.
short, and I have to use a thumbnail because I always pinch myself, and I hate that. I'm a guitar player, so I'm very picky with the things I do. I'm going to tell you this. Everyone makes fun of me when I tell this. When I'm heating a tortilla in the stove, to flip the tortilla, I have to turn the stove off because I hate burning my fingertips. Yes, I remember my mom telling
You
me,
need to take one tool of the kitchen to turn on the tortilla, literally.
yes, yes, or to turn the stove, the burner off, because
Okay, okay.
that feeling of burning my fingertips, I hate that. And I don't know, even my mom used to tell me, siempre me decía, es un ridículo. But I don't like it. I don't like burning my fingertips. But yeah, and that's why sewing is not like my first choice. But I think that's really amazing. You need a lot of precision for doing that. And again, like I told Noé with this idea of watching series, for example, I think that doing exercise or doing some sports is quite interesting because it has changed a lot in the last decade. And you can be very professional about that these days. So it's very interesting.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's more like a traditional. For example, my father Right now, he has 65 years old, and he right now is playing baseball. So that age. So he always told me do a sport because mentally to work to go to university or something like that, it's good to you don't need to think. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how to say that. Let me see. It's like a different thing that you maybe you do in your age, but he always helped me with the mentally, with everything, with the healthy, and I think that is different. So I think that it's good to do sport for me. Well, that is my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, and like you said, your dad is playing baseball. He's 65. I think that's awesome. If you want to try new things, age is only a number. If you want to do it, let's go. And I think it's quite interesting. Now, Denise is asking in the chat if you can describe embroidery.
Embroidery. Well, right now I am embroidery t-shirt that I put a drawing in the t-shirt, and I embroidered it with some colors, and that's all. It's not I am expert, but I am trying with that one, and I am doing other, for example, like pillows and something like that, more decoration things. But I am right now. I'm doing the t-shirt too. I draw in the t-shirt and I only do that. So right now I'm trying that one. I'm no expert in that one, so I
You
am
know,
trying.
the longest journey starts with one step. Now, just for finishing this idea, translate embroidery for Denise, please.
Bordery is bordado, bordar, bordado. Swigging es coser, coser como a máquina, o sea, coser como a hilo, como lo decía el profesor, coser un botón. Y la otra es bordar, bordar es, bueno, ya saben cuál es la diferencia, ¿no? De bordas alguna imagen sobre una tela, ¿no? Y el coser, pues, es hacer una prenda o lo que sea en una máquina.
Exactly.
Gracias.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you, Luz.
Thank you.
Raúl, go ahead, please.
Hola, profesor, buenas noches. Pues le quería preguntar qué era lo que estaban hablando al inicio porque no lo entendí muy bien.
Están
Hoy que
hablando,
decía de algo de videojuegos, algo así, ¿no? Perdón.
están hablando de hobbies,
Ok.
bueno, de sus hobbies. ¿No? Very good. Who's next? I see. Okay, excellent. Jesús. Your mic is closed.
¿Se escucha ahí?
Ya, perfecto.
Good night. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I would like to speak about my hobbies, but my English is not too good. I would like only hear us to learn and because my English is not so good. Tonight I prefer hear us to learn and aprender y quitarme un poco los nervios escuchando y aprendiendo.
Excellent. Yes. One question here. Can you understand when we talk? O sea, ¿entiendes?
A little. Yes, I want to learn a little.
Ok, y cuando, por ejemplo, ahorita que estábamos hablando, estaba hablando con Luz, ¿entiendes lo que estábamos diciendo?
Sobre un poco, realmente, o sea, sé hablar muy poco, pero algunas cosas sí las entiendo. Pero
Okay.
no podría decir un porcentaje, porque,
Sí,
pero
claro.
es básico. Es básico.
De hecho, la razón por la que te lo pregunto, dime, Jesús.
Sí, pero viendo los comentarios, de alguna manera tengo que animarme. O sea, aunque sea con lo poquito que pueda yo hablar, pues tengo que animarme, como ustedes lo mencionan y lo mencionan bien. O sea, aquí no es para juzgar, aquí es para que todos nos podamos beneficiar.
Claro, la idea aquí es que yo creo que una de las partes más importantes de aprender un idioma, el que sea, es familiarizarse con el sonido. Hay veces que lo pueden escuchar a lo mejor sin entender todo, pero van familiarizándose. Y de hecho, o sea, la idea es, lo más importante, se los puedo asegurar, es quitarse como ese miedo, esa pena. Nadie empezó hablando al 100%, entonces no se preocupen por eso, anímense. Ahorita como lo explicabas Jesús, si estás empezando y quieres aprender, es la mejor idea. Ahora, mi pregunta también iba, si habías entendido la conversación, si de repente no me entienden, pregúntenme y se los traduzco, ¿sí? Para que no se queden con la duda y no estén escuchando nada más en inglés, sino que tengan una idea de más o menos qué estamos hablando. Y también algo que les recomiendo mucho es aprendan mucho vocabulario. Eso es bien importante, porque la gramática es importante, pero con el vocabulario van a entender muchas más cosas. A lo mejor no exactamente lo que se está diciendo, pero sí van a tener una idea general de lo que escuchan, ¿no? Entonces es muy importante, ¿no?
Teacher, I want to ask you something or anything. What is the most difficult? What is the most difficult in the practice English? Listening, speaking, reading. Can you explain me, please?
In English or in Spanish?
In English.
Okay, very good. I think that in my experience, I think that this it could differ a little bit between all of you. But in my experience, I think that the most difficult part is speaking, because one of the most difficult processes that you are going to have in your brain is this idea of removing thinking in Spanish and start thinking in English, right? That's one of the most difficult parts when you are learning any language. The thing here is that probably you are going to, at first, you're going to think in Spanish, translate, and then speak. So this is a process that could take several seconds, and you could lose your track of mind. Secondly, I think that writing is quite difficult. In my experience as a translator, because I work as I'm fighting the mosquito again. When you write, you have to be very precise in the way you order your ideas. It's different when you speak than when you write. You have to be more precise when you're writing. And I think that listening could be the easiest, but it doesn't mean that it's something that you could relax about what you are learning. I think that listening is the key or the opening point to the last two for speaking and writing. If I can recommend you something to learn faster, is read. Read a lot in English. Probably you're not going to understand everything that you're reading, but eventually you are going to learn a lot of vocabulary, and you are going to see how ideas are created or put in paper. Reading has been in any language that I have learned has been like the biggest challenge, and at the same time, I do the biggest progress. Read a lot. It doesn't matter if you don't understand everything. And I know this is like a topic, but if you want to practice, I highly recommend reading the Harry Potter books. They are so well written, have a lot of vocabulary, and they are quite enjoyable. You're not going to get bored because I think the author is very good at her trade. Sorry. So that's my recommendation. Read a lot, and you are going to find a lot of vocabulary. And start with that. Think as a baby. A baby, when he or she is learning to talk, they are not saying, they are not using verbs and direct objects and pronouns. No, they use nouns, sustantivos. translation. They learn to speak like that. So it's the best way. Read a lot. Trust me, you're going to end up having a lot of vocabulary, and that's the main idea. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you for your answer.
Okay, I hope that it was not that long and it was clear, but I think that would be my best recommendation for you.
Teacher, I'm sorry for interrupt you, but I would like to ask Jesus what is his hobby. He can speak. He has. Jesus, tell us what is your hobby?
Good evening. I think that my favorite hobby is reading books, the Bible, and books about sports. I like to read that kind of books, ese tipo de libros.
Oh, that kind. Okay, yes, I get it. That kind of books.
book.
Very good. Excellent. Reading is, I love reading, but I have to be away from bookstores. I spend way more money than I should in a bookstore. Very good. Excellent, Jesus. Thank you. Lucia, yes.
Hello, my name is Lucy. I'm new here. And well, I have the same problems than Jesus. I don't know a lot of English, and I don't practice a lot, and I'm so nervous to practice the new language. So sorry, I'm so nervous.
But go ahead, you're doing it. You are doing it good. So what are your hobbies, Lucia?
This is my new class, and I
No, pero vas bastante bien. ¿Cuáles son tus hobbies? Cuéntame.
Well, I like a lot to the makeup. No sé cómo decirlo. De hecho, nunca había practicado cómo decir cuáles son mis hobbies. Me gusta mucho maquillar, pero no sé cómo se dice.
Like you said, doing makeup.
Doing?
Doing.
Okay. Pues sí, I like doing makeup and cook. Ya me puse nerviosa, yo creo que mejor ahí le paro.
No, más bien. ¿Qué otro hobby tienes? De hecho, ahora que si de repente no se acuerdan de cómo se dice algo en inglés, no importa, pregúntenme y los ayudo para que o sea, les doy como la traducción para que puedan seguir. No se frenen por alguna palabra. ¿Qué otra cosa?
Bueno, me gusta mucho todo lo que tenga que ver con belleza y cosmetología. Y también lo de pintar cabello, me gusta pintar cabello. O sea, no he estudiado nada de eso, pero la verdad soy bastante buena haciéndolo. Y soy muy buena memorizando todo lo que tenga que ver. Pero no sé cómo decirlo.
Pintar el cabello, lo puse en el chat, se llama hair dyeing.
Ok.
Ajá,
Hair dyeing.
es como teñir cabello.
Ok.
Dye es teñido. Ajá, pero así se dice, lo podrías resumir a I like doing makeup and hair dyeing.
Ok.
Very good.
Bien memorizado.
Muy bien, ¿ves? Sí pueden. Nada más, poco a poco, no se pongan nerviosos. Es normal también, creo que pocas veces tienen como se exponen a hablar en otro idioma, entonces para eso es esta clase también, para que sea un espacio seguro. Y les repito, cualquier duda que tengan, pregúntenme. Aparte hay muchos compañeros que siempre están dispuestos a ayudarlos, eso también es importante mencionar. Muy bien, gracias Lucía. Jesús, adelante. Está cerrado tu micrófono. Y Jesús, sigue cerrado tu micrófono. Ya.
Okay. I want to ask you something. This is my first night and my first class, and I will know, and I want to know. Tonight, the topic is about hobbies. It's true? Mm,
Yeah, that's correct.
por ejemplo, para cada semana, every week, o no, ¿cómo podría decir? Si yo quisiera preguntar, cada
week.
semana es un topic,
Oh.
¿cómo podría decirlo?
Is there gonna be a new topic every week? Is there?
Okay.
Te lo escribo.
Is there gonna be a new topic every week?
Week. New topic.
Okay. And no, I want to hear the answer.
Yes, actually, I try to change topics every class. Sometimes the topic is so interesting that I like to continue for like 2 classes. But yes, and I try to change activities too. Sometimes I will do games for you. I love movies, so one of the activities I really enjoy is giving you movie scripts, and you are going to act a little bit, things like that. What I want in general, I try to do different things every class. Sometimes I tend to repeat the activity because it works, but I try to do different things. Okay.
Okay. And finally, I'm excited because I no creía que siendo la primera vez en la primera clase aquí me animara a hablar en inglés. I'm excited and thank you for your help.
That's it, to give you all the help you need. Very good, and you're doing great. So it's only a matter of step by step, and you're doing it. That's the main idea. Excellent. Very good. And I repeat, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay. Very good. Denise, go ahead, please.
Hi, it's my first class too, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I want to share a couple of things about me because I want you to know me. My big hobby, I think, is movies. So I wanted to be a filmmaker in my dark past, but I discovered that I actually enjoy more the movies like a viewer than a filmmaker. So I studied communication, and right now I'm doing community management, and that's even that is my job. I think it's my hobby too, because I really enjoy to read about it and watching videos about it and practice it even in my free time. And obviously watching movies. It's my big hobby. I enjoy going to the movies because it's not only watching a movie, it's the whole experience. When you are going to the cinema and buy your popcorns and your, I don't know how to say crepa.
Crepe.
And cheese fingers. I don't know if, is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
I enjoy the whole experience to involves to go to the cinema. And that is my big hobby. That and spend time with my friends and traveling. traveling. Even when I'm at home, I like to watch TikToks and videos about how many places could I know, could I could I know uh, in the year.
Very good. A lot of things here. You did great. Excellent job. And I absolutely love going to the movies. I think that a lot of people prefer to stay at home and watch a movie on Netflix or any streaming that you have. But no, I enjoy this. Honestly, when you were talking, I remember this whole experience of going to buy the ticket, get your popcorn, even waiting, and the post movie. I love that to have someone to talk about the movie. I absolutely love that. I try to go to the movies at least once a week. It's getting more and more
Yeah, me
expensive.
too.
I don't care. That's one of the things I'm willing to pay because I really enjoy that. And one question for you: what's your favorite movie? That movie that you could watch 100 times and you would be happy.
My favorite genre is horror, and I think my favorite movie of all times is Hereditary and Interstellar.
Awesome movies. I think that Interstellar has to be my favorite science fiction movie, and Hereditary and Everything by Ari Aster are absolutely genius. Yes, he's my right
Yeah.
now. He's my modern horror film director, my favorite horror film director. I think that Midsommar is very good, but Hereditary has to be my favorite. And the second one
Ari
is
Aster is one of my favorite directors.
because
I don't know
yes,
how to say it.
yes, directors.
Uh, Ari Aster is one of my favorite directors, and he has a lot of short films that
Mhm.
are quite so good.
Yeah, he's amazing, and I hope that I'm pretty sure that he's going to deliver a very good contribution to horror movies. Very good, excellent, very good, Denise. Thank you. Um, Raúl.
Yes, Prophet. Hello, good evening. Some of hobbies are writing, playing the piano, searching, watching some interesting essential videos, and marking projects, as well as creating new philosophy about architecture.
Very good, excellent, Raúl. Nada más acá, dijiste exercising, es totalmente correcto, pero working out es como más, suena más normal. ¿Va? Lo demás, excelente. Muy bien, Raúl.
Entonces sería working out,
Working out, yes, I enjoy
working out.
working out.
Okay.
Obviamente esto se refiere más cuando te refieres como a ir al gimnasio. Cuando hablas de algún deporte en específico, pues ya puedes decir eso, ¿no? Nada más una cosa acá también es como un tip para que no se les olvide. Si el deporte involucra una pelota, van a decir play. I play baseball, I play basketball, I play football. Y si no, es do. Bueno, hay excepciones, ¿no? Pero casi siempre va a ser así. I swim, no necesita el verbo auxiliar, do. Entonces, pero si I do yoga, for example. Bueno, no creo que sea un deporte, pero I do yoga, I do gymnastics, por ejemplo. Sí, si involucra una pelota, pueden usar play, si no, van a usar do, o en el caso de swing, por ejemplo, no necesitan un auxiliar. Muy bien, excelente, Raúl.
Thank you, Prophet.
María, adelante. María Alcántar.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. I am first in the class. I was studying English too. 2 years. How would say?
Ago.
Old.
Ago. 2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago. because I not finish level because it's my problems. Well, my family, but no, it's important. But I like them like English. So my favorite hobbies is movies, action. For example, John Wick, because I like the person in Kenny Reeves. It's very very action. And other movies is I like, for example, the classic eight Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and Bruce Willis. Movies. I don't remember. Is Duro de Matar, Hard,
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Yes, yes. I like it. Any classic. I like the movies, classic and in action. Uh, and so I like other read a book. Me too. For example, I like uh, the alma, el alquimista, almaquista,
The Alchemist.
Paulo Coelho.
The Alchemist.
Yes, and the others, Joe Persa is. Bueno, in Spanish, I read it in books in Spanish. Déjame ser tú is Joe Dispersa. I don't remember the author, but I like to read too, history, fantasy, others, but I don't like it in the for example, how you say terror,
Horror.
horror. Yes. Well, I practice in English little, but I need practice more and more and more.
That's the key. Practice. And you are doing great. Very good. And I'm happy that all of you are participating right now because I really enjoy when you talk. You are doing great today. Very good. Excellent. Excellent, Maria.
Thank you.
Very good. Ahora, Sandra, yes?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit about my hobbies. I am old. It means that I have a lot during all my life. But when I was maybe in my teenagers, I used to love, because at that time we don't have the access that we have right now for musicians and everything. But I am fan of Bon Jovi at that time. And I used to cut from the newspaper all Bon Jovi's songs, pictures, and all my friends, they knew that I love Bon Jovi, and they cut reports. Isn't a good way to say, teacher? Like something that came out in the newspaper. How do I say that?
Articles.
Articles in the newspaper, and I used to have a big notebook with all Bon Jovi things. Other thing, it was to dance. I used to be part of a theater group, and I used to be part of like in a dance group for traditional Colombian music. Now in my life, I love soccer. I am very fan of watching soccer. I am very fan of Messi, Barcelona. Like for my husband and I, we love every weekend to see the Spain League. I enjoy Champions League, everything about soccer. I love. I wanted to tell you that I love collectibles, like figurines, and some that I have are elephants, dolphins. I have a big stand with all my little figures, and I love to collect also Snoopy and Winnie the Pooh things. I have a lot little things in common. Yeah, and I have my little spot also for Colombian things teacher. I love to read, I love to dance, and something that is like a talent. I love to draw too, to draw, but unfortunately, in the past year, I haven't spent much time to do that part in me because it's kind of about time, and for to paint, you need time for inspiration. Anyway, that yes, I want, and also I love to watch movies, especially romantic comedies and action movies are my favorite ones. But I love in general movies too.
Yeah, very good. What's your favorite soccer team?
Barcelona.
We're going to have a little problem here.
Why?
100% Real Madrid.
Who? You?
Yeah.
Teacher. I'm not going. I'm not coming back to this class anymore. No, you disappointing me. Or this? How do you say this?
If you want to use this, this is reasonable. I'm highly disappointed at you. That would
I'm
be like a
highly
way
disappointed of you.
on
Okay.
you. On you. Yeah, I know. I have to be honest with you. A couple of years ago, I was thinking about changing teams because I was fed up with Real Madrid and all the corruption going on. But then Barcelona, that is my second favorite Spanish team, have the bad idea of getting Neymar Jr.
Hmm.
I hate that guy because he represents everything I hate about modern soccer. He's always looking for the fall. He's always dropping on the ground and crying. It's like, dude, you're getting paid millions of euros and you cannot run without tripping. And that's why I didn't switch to Barcelona. Now I'm
I can't
grateful.
believe it. I can't believe it. I love Barcelona. You know, like I used to follow Messi's career.
Oh,
It was
Messi is
just
amazing.
amazing thing
I
for
agree
me.
with that. Yeah, the thing is that I understand your point because it's like a very huge rivalry between those teams. But I have a lot of friends who root for Barcelona, and even in Mexican soccer, they support different teams. But I don't know. I'm not going to fight with them about that. But it's always fun to watch a game together because it could escalate pretty quickly when we are
Oh,
watching.
really? Oh, really? Yeah.
Like, get out of the house.
I love Barcelona, but there are some players that I love and I admire in Real Madrid. One for me that is just amazing is Luka Modric. I love Luka Modric. I think that he's how do you say, a gentleman for soccer, and I used to love also Benzema. I like Benzema a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they
But
are.
I don't like the Vinicius attitude. Even that I think that he's an amazing soccer player, I think that he needs a lot of things to work in himself because I think that his attitude is not helping him, unfortunately. And it's something sad about Brazilians because they are not party guys. They are this kind of kids, and I don't know why, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to separate the person from the talent. I like a lot of musicians that are very good, but they are assholes. They are very bad people, and I try to separate that. But sometimes,
Talking about music, I want to ask you a question because did you used to like the singer of Audio Slave, the one who commits suicide?
yes, Chris Cornell.
His voice, yeah, I love his voice. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was one of the greatest boys of his generation, but yeah, sadly he's not around anymore. I think that his work with Audioslave, his work with Soundgarden, and as a solo artist was awesome. I think it's
Amazing.
one very very personal music. Yes, I love his music.
Yeah, amazing. Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Sandra. Jessica, yes.
Hello, good evening. I don't like football. um, I don't have a lot of time to my hobbies, but I want to. I like to travel with my friends or my family. Actually, I study English a lot, a lot, because I want to improve, to talk and read and write and everything in English. Um, I like to watch movies and series. Uh, I like to horror movies, and sometimes I like love movies. Mm, but I don't um, how did you say creer?
I don't believe.
I don't believe in the love. um, um, Actually, I study psychology in this university, but in my real life, life, I environmental engineer, and I don't have a lot of time because I work every day and then I study. Um, but I'm trying to watch series in the night. Sometimes I work out, um, exercise in the gym. I'm trying, but it's very difficult for me now.
Very good, excellent. Yes, I was curious about what you said that you are studying psychology, but in your real life, you are an environmental engineer. In your real life, yeah, I know that this is a online university, but I like to think that this is real. But very good, excellent, Jessica. Very good. Victor, yes.
Hello, good evening to all. Um, my hobby is watching movies. Every time I saw the Back to the Future, every time I watching that picture, the true one, because it's very interesting. And I think so. When I retired from my job in 20 years, I practice now to play video games every week because I think so. In the future, I will. Uh, my time is waste to play video games. Video games. I think so. In the time, I hope I know you. How you say. Eh, Creo que voy a tener tiempo cuando esté retirado, ¿verdad? Para jugar.
Eso sería, I think that I will, I think that I will have time when I retire.
Thanks a lot for that.
Very good, excellent, Victor. I think that I will have time too when I retire, but I'm that's getting longer and longer, like a long shot right now. Rafael, yes.
Hello, everybody. I think I share a lot of the same hobbies that everybody has. Like, I love watching TV. Ever since I started going back to school at the UCA, I started running. So I just stopped a minute ago and I turned on the camera because I always join the class with the camera off because either I'm driving or I'm running. And I usually do about maybe 10 kilometers during the class because I try to take the most or make the most out of my time because I don't have a whole lot of time. Just like Jessica, I have I have a family. I have 2 daughters, a wife. I have a full-time job. I own a couple of different corporations, and I just don't have time to really do much. But when I do, spend some time with my kids and the family, I love to cook, and I'll just probably say that that's one of my main hobbies, just cooking and probably watching TV and exercising. So I'll make it really short because I know the class is almost over, or the session, but it was good to hear a lot of people talk and a lot of new faces. I'm almost I think I'm almost a year in school now, and I've seen a lot of people come in and go, and there's a couple of faces that are kind of from when I started, and obviously it's I'm glad to see new faces, and them trying to learn a new language is pretty hard. I mean, even for people like Sandra and myself that we live here in the U.S., I'm not sure if anybody else, you still learn something every day. I mean, ever since I started joining you guys, I've learned a few things here and there. So there's always room to improve, and just keep practicing. That's all. That's all it takes. Just practice. Thank you, everybody.
Very good. Excellent, Rafael. Yeah, I know that feeling of having a lot of things to do and not having enough time for your hobbies. I just discovered one hobby that I really enjoy. I'm buying anime figures. It's a very expensive hobby, but I like it. I got some when I went to Japan, and I started a little collection. I'm proud of it, but it's expensive. And let's see, Carla. Yes.
Hello. I like watching movies and series, and especially The Vampire Diaries. This is my first English class. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Carla. Very good. Y Sandra.
Voy a hablar en español. Primero que todo, Patricia, un placer conocerte y siempre que te escucho, pues admiro mucho porque tienes un inglés, pues para mí perfecto. Yo que vivo acá, sigo como en esta lucha diaria de tratar de aprender, y era como una pregunta tanto para Ricardo como Patricio, y es, a veces es difícil cuando llegas como a un nivel de inglés, a veces como que yo me siento estancada, que me cuesta mucho avanzar. Como que me siento en un círculo, trabajo en un ambiente donde se habla inglés, tengo esposo americano y siento que como que en el inglés hay un momento en que digo, bueno, como que siento que no avanza. Mi esposo dice que hablo bien, que él me entiende todo, pero igual yo siento que hay cosas que me cuestan. ¿Cuál sería un consejo? Y lo otro es... cuando el profesor dijo que lo más difícil era hablar el inglés, sí es como la parte más, como la pena que tiene que soltar uno al hablar, pero para mí de las cosas más difíciles fue escuchar. Y muchas personas que yo conocía, especialmente como las primeras personas con las que más me interrelacioné fue con personas de México, y muchas de ellas aprendían sin saber ni leer ni escribir el inglés. Lo hablaban y lo entendían perfectamente. Entonces, de pronto, si tienen tiempo ahora o si no, para la próxima clase me pueden responder. Gracias, profesor. Y gracias, Patricio.
Profe, en español igual, en realidad, pues, en mi caso, creo que llegué de joven, lo suficiente joven como para poder absorber un poco más el idioma. Igual como tú, mi esposa habla más, ella es de México también, pero nacida aquí, y las generaciones que nacen aquí ya como que tienden a dejar un poquito el idioma. y se enfocan más en el inglés. Mis hijas ahorita, y había hablado con el profe, porque mis hijas hablan muy poquito español, ahorita ya están queriendo aprender más, nunca las forzamos, cuando ellas estuvieran listas, les vamos a enseñar el idioma, porque hablamos perfectamente mi esposo y yo el español. Yo soy mexicano, ella también, y ahorita ya mis hijas están un poquito más grandes y les dio ya por querer aprender el idioma, están practicándolo y se les hace un poquito complicado, pero a lo mejor a lo mejor la ventaja es que llegué joven y tuve más tiempo o a lo mejor no tenía tanto en la cabeza. Ahorita ya de adulto se complica más. Conozco mucha gente, especialmente iraní o árabe, que tienen años y tienen toda la vida aquí, tienen el acento todavía bien marcado, pero a lo mejor no sé si sea cultural, no sé si porque llegaron ya de grandes, ya no con las preocupaciones de la casa, los hijos, el trabajo, no te enfocabas o no te enfocas tanto en aprender el idioma, y cuando llegas joven no tienes preocupaciones, lo único que tienes que preocuparte es escuela y aprender. Entonces creo que a lo mejor esa es la diferencia, pero igual, como dije hace rato, es nada más de practicar, es practicar y practicar y pues estar constante nada más.
Gracias.
Creo que Rafael lo resumió bastante. Ahora, como les comentaba, en mi experiencia fue lo más difícil, ¿no? Como hablar, pero yo cada vez, y esto lo hago para el idioma que estoy aprendiendo, porque me he pasado la vida aprendiendo idiomas, termino uno y empiezo con otro, pero lo que siempre he hecho es como buscar retos muy específicos. En el caso de inglés, cuando yo sentí que ya estaba estancado, como dices, me puse a trabajar como corrector de estilo. Sí, conseguí un trabajo en una editorial pequeña y entonces empecé a hacer traducciones y correcciones de estilo. Entonces, ahí o mejoraba lo que tenía o me corrían, ¿no? Obviamente lo hacía de libros y cosas así, nada de manuales, porque si no ya estaría en la cárcel por traducir mal algo. Pero después hice muchos trabajos así. Yo siento que buscar como esos retos a veces no es tan fácil por el tiempo y todo, pero una cosa que a mí me sirvió mucho también, lo que te decía, traducir, me ayudó muchísimo, porque empiezas de español a inglés, y agarraba los libros que yo tenía y me ponía a traducirlos. Eso también siempre está la opción de buscar certificaciones y cosas así, pero por lo mismo el tiempo es difícil a veces.
Sorry, solo para como terminar, porque por ejemplo, para leer yo entiendo, sí, o sea, como que puedo leer y a la final a veces cuando leo y lo tengo en mi cabeza lo tengo perfecto, pero cuando me sale en la boca no es de la misma manera. Pero sí, o sea, la lectura se me facilita mucho, digamos que el escribo, trato, de todas maneras siempre he tenido la ventaja de que he tenido jefes muy americanas, muy maravillosas, que siempre, si algo, cuando tenía que traducir algún documento, cualquier cosa, pues me apoyaban en el proofreading y trataba de aprender mucho de eso. Pero sí a la hora como de ciertas cosas, sí, tiempos en inglés, como el could, le should, eso me cuesta. Gracias.
Es que sí, o sea, es práctica también, pero hay que buscar, cuando ya llegas a cierto nivel hay que buscar dónde puedes practicar. Les voy a conseguir ciertos libros, por ejemplo, algo que tengo por ahí que se me hace muy curioso, son manuales del ejército de Estados Unidos, manuales de campo. Ahí te vas sí, o sea, de esas cosas raras que me he encontrado en internet, a mí me ayudaron mucho para tener...
Ay, teacher, pero usted es hombre, ¿cómo? ¿Qué interés voy a tener yo en leer eso? No,
pero es para...
Voy a decirlo así bien paisa, no, güey.
Les he contado, pero estudié comunicación y luego hice la maestría en historia. Entonces, los manuales empecé con esto, los manuales del ejército, porque me llamó mucho la atención que me encontré con un manual de los capellanes del ejército de Estados Unidos en la Segunda Guerra Mundial, cómo era el procedimiento para atender a los heridos que estaban a punto de morir. Entonces, ahí me encontré una página que tiene manuales de campo desde hace 50 años, ¿no? Entonces, y ahí vas a ver cómo cómo es escribir de forma clara. No dejan espacio para ninguna duda ahí. Entonces, ese tipo de material a mí me sirve mucho, aparte que soy curioso, me sirve mucho para salir de esa zona de confort que puedes tener hablando o escribiendo con alguien. Yo tengo conocidos o incluso tengo alumnos de guitarra de otros países, entonces hablo con ellos en inglés, pero es una conversación muy casual. Entonces digo, esa parte académica que me puede llevar a otro nivel, pues tengo que buscarlo en otro lado. Sí, todo eso funciona muy bien. Digo, he dado clases en las universidades en inglés, pero ahí es cuando de verdad sentí el rigor, porque ya no puedes equivocarte. Un alumno universitario no perdona los errores, eso me queda muy claro. Muy bien, muy bien. Miguel, adelante. Ya para terminar, porque ahora sí nos pasamos un buen.
Okay, teacher, you said Japan is expensive for living, but I know a country that is more expensive, Mexico. To live in Mexico is very expensive. To need to pay taxes for everything.
Mexico is one of the most expensive countries precisely because of that, Miguel. We pay a lot of taxes. Pero no, lo que yo decía de los hobbies es que yo cuando fui a Japón me compré algunas figuras de anime, que allá son muy baratas, y entonces he seguido comprándolas acá, y es un hobby bastante caro. Tengo una colección pequeña, pero me siento orgulloso de ella. Y planeo seguir comprando, ¿verdad? Hay personas cercanas a mí que me dicen que no están muy de acuerdo, pero bueno.
And then, teacher, I want to say thank you for your classmate or your conversation. This is very good.
Thank you, and that's the goal, to keep you happy and keep you learning. That's my main goal every day. Very good. Víctor, adelante.
Yo solo les quería compartir dos cosas. Uno es que, pónganse que a mí me pasó algo tan... hablando con el compañero que hablaba de que le costaba hablar inglés. A mí este año yo por la empresa que trabajo estamos ya importando equipos aquí en Guatemala de la India o de la China. Y vino una persona aquí de la India, ¿verdad? Y él full inglés, ¿verdad? Yo cero inglés. Entonces, ahí sí que como se comunicaban antes los neandertales, ¿no? Con señas. Entonces, a partir de esa fecha que fue aproximadamente en marzo, empecé a practicar Duolingo a diario y pues he estado escuchando muchos podcasts en inglés, casi a diario, menos fines de semana, ¿verdad? Que es el tiempo que descanso un poquito. He mejorado un poco y más que ahora lo practico ya con las clases, ¿verdad? Eso es muy, muy importante porque sí estar practicándolo. He estado también apoyando un poco con Copilot y con Gemini. Para las conversaciones diarias ayuda mucho en la mañana o cuando tenga tiempo, 5 o 10 minutos, platicar con él, con la inteligencia artificial en inglés, ¿verdad? Me está ayudando bastante. Hace más o menos como una semana vinieron dos personas, una de Italia y una persona que era americana totalmente, ¿verdad? Y ahí sí que al final la persona que vino de Estados Unidos me agradeció que me comunicara con él en inglés. Yo le decía que me disculpara por mi inglés, ¿verdad? Porque no, como ustedes me oyeron hace rato, no está tan al 100%, pero ya va mejorando poco a poco, ¿verdad? Entonces, para los que estamos comenzando en esto, pues sigamos practicando como dicen ustedes todos, ¿verdad? Y quitémonos el que no podemos hablar, porque poco a poco, aunque sea una palabra, les decía yo a los compañeros la semana pasada, va aprendiendo uno de a diario y ya se le va soltando a uno la lengua, ¿verdad? Más que uno, el latino le cuesta bastante. Solo eso sería, ¿verdad? Lo que les quería compartir, porque sí es un poquito difícil cuando uno se pone nervioso frente a otras personas, pero ya practicando todos los días ayuda bastante, ¿verdad?
La práctica hace al maestro, eso decía mi madre. Tiene mucha razón. Sí, excelente, Víctor. Esa es la idea. Y aparte, una cosa, como latinos, cuando podemos, no nos callan. No nos para la lengua los latinos, y eso lo puede decir cualquier extranjero. Entonces, esa es la idea, ¿no? Muy bien, excelente. Lucía, ahora sí ya, con esto terminamos. No les quiero...
Perdón, profesor.
No,
Hablando de Duolingo, estuve intentando, según yo, meterme a lo de Duolingo para el avance con el inglés, pero no entendí, ahora sí que disculpen la palabra, pero no entendí ni madres de cómo hacerlo. No sé si alguien me puede ayudar con eso, ¿cómo le hago?
Supongo que es porque estás viendo las instrucciones anteriores. Ya lo único que tienes que hacer es entrar con tu correo institucional y empezar a trabajar. Ya no es necesario poner códigos ni nada, solamente empiezas. Lo que yo les recomiendo, se los repito, bueno, ya parezco disco rayado con los alumnos que ya llevan tiempo, pero para los nuevos, Duolingo es muy bueno para aprender vocabulario, cierta estructura y todo, pero no les recomiendo que sea su única fuente. Y cualquier cosa que tengan dudas, por ejemplo, por qué esta oración se construye de esta forma y todo, tómenle una captura de pantalla y pregúntenme en la clase. Si tienen dudas de eso, háganlo, porque les va a ayudar mucho para entenderlo. Duolingo falla en explicarles el porqué de la gramática. Les va a dar muchísimo vocabulario, que es un auxiliar excelente para eso, pero en cuanto a gramática no les explica nada, es más por intuición. Y como
los ejemplos no sirven en la vida real de Duolingo, ¿verdad? Porque ahí hablan de mi caballo se puso mis zapatos y cosas así, ¿verdad? Y o sea, no ayuda, o sea, la verdad que solo sirve para como ampliar el vocabulario, creo yo.
Sí, exacto. Sí sirven las frases, pero hay unas que son demasiado formales. O sea, ya para terminar con un ejemplo.
De hecho, profe, yo ya tenía muchísimo avance con Duolingo en mi correo pasado, pero no creo que pueda utilizarlo, ¿no? En el nuevo...
Sí, si ya tienes avance con tu cuenta personal, sigue con esa.
Sí, ok, va,
si no,
muy bien.
Regreses y ya has avanzado bastante.
Sí, bueno, es que la verdad tengo mucho tiempo usándolo y sí me sirve porque en cuanto lo empiezo a utilizar, me siento más suelta para hablar, pero a mí me pasa algo, yo me pongo bien nerviosa y si me sé algo de memoria perfectamente, así me lo pregunten y hay mucha gente me da vergüenza y de cuenta que no sé nada, que se me olvidó hasta cuándo nací y cómo caminar. Yo me pasa eso mucho. Entonces, ahorita que estaba platicando con usted, empecé ahí más o menos y ya después me puse súper roja y dije, ya valió madre, ya de plano ya se me olvidó todo, ya no.
Es práctica. La primera vez que hablas en público te pasa igual, ¿no? Pero después ya es como, Pero sí, no se preocupen. Sí les sirve Duolingo, pero hay otras cosas que pueden revisar acá. Bien, sí, como dijeron, no hay encuesta hoy. Nos pasamos un buen hoy, disculpen. Vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. No, sí, ya, Lucía, tú fuiste la última que levantó la mano, perdón. Cualquier duda que tengan, me la pueden decir en la clase, me pueden escribir. Siempre les pongo y se me olvida.
Buenas noches a todos, que tengan bonita noche. El jueves a lo mejor no me conecto porque es día de Acción de Gracias, acá es feriado. Vamos a estar borrachos, most likely.
Buenas noches, profe.
Qué envidia.
Gracias por gracias. Descansen, que estén muy bien. Nos vemos el jueves.
Gracias, profe.
Gracias, profe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.